Now at 6, we're learning new information about a woman who died in British Columbia in 2022. How investigators are using pollen to trace her back to the Pacific Northwest, coming up.
And later today, Portland City Council is expected to consider renaming Cesar Chavez Boulevard. The new name councilors are proposing and how Portlanders are reacting.
And Timbers head coach Phil Neville is out. Why the team decided to part ways after a less than stellar start to the season. Coming up as your news at Sunrise starts right now. Good morning and thank you for joining us on your Tuesday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Matthew Herchik. Glad to have you with us. We will get to your weather and traffic in just a minute, but first we have breaking news near the Troutdale Airport. One person is dead after a sedan crashed into a semi-truck early this morning, closing down Northwest Marine Drive. The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office says the car burst into flames after colliding with the semi just before 4 a.m. This is a live look at the scene currently. They say another person was taken to the hospital and is in critical condition. The sheriff's office says the driver of the semi did not have any critical injuries. The road is closed to clean up a hazardous fluid spill. The cause is still under investigation. And for more on how this will impact your morning commute, we're going to head over to Chris. Chris.
Yeah, Matthew, thank you for that. So again, the section of Marine Drive that's closed is between Sundial and Dunbar. For folks coming out of the Columbia River Gorge that may typically exit at 257th, you can either take Halsey to the south or continue westbound to, say, the Wood Village exit. Either Halsey or Sandy Boulevard are going to be your best bet to get around this. And obviously, this is going to be a lengthy closure of the road as they continue with that investigation. We'll certainly keep you posted throughout the morning. The good news on the freeways is despite a little rain here and there and some damp spots, we're off to a pretty good start. I have no other issues out there right now. And Rod, we're zipping along at a speed limit commute on the highways.
Thank you for that, Chris. Good morning on a Tuesday. We're pretty quiet overall here on the west side. Showers are scattered across both of our states, but the last image right here shows for the time being, we're really mainly dry. You may find a raindrop on your way in, but mainly dry weather probably going to be with us through the mid-morning hours, so through the commute hours. We are mostly cloudy in the city this morning, sitting at 52 degrees. One more shot for you out over the reserve golf course from the Explorer Tualatin Valley camera looking out to the west. You can see some breaks in a mostly cloudy deck. Again, the number is 50. So to the bus stop we go. Mainly dry start, scattered showers picking up during the day with some breaks. 59 degrees at noon. Kids get out of school. It'll be in the mid 60s today. That's your forecast.
Thank you, Ron. Portland may rename a major east side corridor honoring Cesar Chavez after sexual abuse allegations sparked community calls for change.
The City Council Public Works Committee will be addressing an ordinance to possibly rename that street today, which would be changed to Campesinos Boulevard. Now, in a statement, the city said campesinos, or farm workers, have historically and currently provided labor to provide the food the community relies on. The council believes the best option is a rapid renaming of the street instead of the erasure of previous labor and partnership. Now they're hoping to recognize and honor the broader legacy of farm workers, immigrants, and Latinx labor leaders and the collective labor movement. Many people, however, have submitted written testimony against the name change, saying they want the road called 39th Avenue to avoid confusion. The council is set to take up the issue this morning at 9:30. And trending this morning, pollen is linking a woman who died in Vancouver, British Columbia to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, investigators say pollen found on the unidentified kayaker's clothes shows that she likely spent time in Portland or Seattle shortly before her death. The spores found are indigenous to the ones in the metro areas, not Vancouver, BC. And this is an illustrated rendering of the woman found in English Bay in September 2022. Vancouver police believe that she's between 30 and 40 years old. She was found near an inflatable kayak with candy, insulin, and a backpack, but no ID. She was alive when a tugboat crew pulled her from the water, but later died at the hospital. Investigators have been unable to identify her or her family. And on Monday, Vancouver police released this video.
Here we are today thinking, you know what, we need the public's help. It's a humanitarian effort to identify this young lady and have her loved ones, aware of what's happened. As far as we know, no one in the world has come forward to, voice their concern that their loved one is missing.
VPD says that they'll be holding a news conference in Seattle today to answer questions about the case. Anyone who recognizes this woman can email the police department. We'll have that information on KGW.com.
Later this morning, the man accused of shooting 3 women outside a bar in the Pearl District is set to be arraigned. Police say 31-year-old Shannon Lyons was arrested earlier this month for allegedly shooting 3 women outside the River Pig Saloon on April 27th. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Lyons is facing charges including attempted murder, assault, and unlawful use of a weapon. He is set to be arraigned at 9:30 this morning, followed by another hearing at 1:30. And we had new video this morning that shows a rescue underway to save a climber pinned by an 8-ton boulder on the slopes of Mount Hood. You can see crews trying to put tools in place, including airbags and hydraulic cylinders, to carefully lift this golf cart-sized rock off the man, who was apparently trapped from the waist down. Now, this all happened Sunday morning when the climber stepped off the trail to let other people pass and accidentally started a slide. Once crews got there, it took them about an hour to free him and get him off the mountain. Luckily, the hiker wasn't seriously injured.
The Coos County Sheriff's Office is investigating an ATV crash that killed 1 person. The crash happened at the Oregon Dunes National Recreation Area. Deputies say an ATV stopped after seeing 2 dirt bikers, but the riders didn't see these side by side before jumping a dune. One rider landed on the ATV while the other crashed head onto it. A 35-year-old man died after being airlifted to the hospital, and a 13-year-old rider suffered multiple broken bones. Investigators say speed and jumping without a spotter were factors in the crash.
A man is in custody accused of ramming a patrol SUV to try and get away in a stolen car. A person called 911 Monday morning to report 2 people passed out in a car at the Bottle Drop parking lot along Northeast Halsey and Wood Village. Deputies say they tried to block in the stolen car, but the driver took off, ramming a patrol vehicle and several other cars. They eventually used a pit maneuver to stop the car from getting on I-84. 23-year-old Angel Bordage is now in custody, along with a woman who was in the passenger seat. Well, it is 6:07, and we are taking a live look from our Salem sky cam. A little cloudy. Some blue skies there in the distance. Headed over to Rod for a check of the forecast and what we're in store for today.
Actually, probably one of our brighter views right now. It was generally cloudy, but as you pointed out, Matthew, a little sun coming through down in Marion County. If you look right here, see the spin? That's an upper level low that's trying to drop inland into our region, and it will pass us down to the south. It will produce scattered shower possibilities across both of our states today. Right now, the biggest chunk of rain has exited Baker City and it's moving out toward Idaho. We're really mainly dry here on the west side currently, but scattered showers with some breaks will be picking up during the day. So it was a good 3-hour plus rain band that moved through the valley yesterday afternoon and earlier during the day at the beach. And remember, the modeling was going about a half of an inch of rain at the coast. Tillamook 56 100s, Astoria 49 100ths of an inch. So that was correct. We were hoping to at least get a quarter of an inch or so in the valley. It wasn't positive we would, and we did not. 19 100ths in Portland. But you folks in Salem did get 0.26. There's Vancouver at 17 100ths of an inch. Still looking at a very dry May overall in terms of rain totals for the month. Likely going to be less than an inch when it's all said and done. All right, we're right about 50. It's 49 in Gresham, 51 in downtown, 50 in Beaverton and Hillsborough and Tigard. Good morning to you. Dallas, good morning. 49 is your number. Canby, good morning. 52 is your temperature. Again, everybody has at least a scattered shower threat in the forecast with developing sun breaks today. 50s on the east side, getting up into the 60s up and down I-5. We'll say Portland 67. Tomorrow it's dry. 75, becoming sunny during the day. 79 on Thursday. Next rain chance shows up on Friday. Would be some rain, but not a lot. Right now, Saturday, a shower threat, but could be mainly dry. And Sunday will be dry. It looks like 72. That's your forecast.
Thank you, Rod.